Peace. How you doing? What's good with you? Can you hear me, sis? Let's see. Oh, snap. Who, me? Nah, I ain't sick. I got a little intoxicated last night, so I had a slight hangover, so I'm probably a little energetically wise. Yeah, my energy probably is low, but I'm not sick. Yeah, I got too lit. I couldn't even go live last night. I said I was gonna go live yesterday. What's good with you, sis? I said I was gonna go live last night, but I got too lit. I was planning on it when I got home, but whew, I couldn't make it. Only place I could make it was to the bathroom, okay, and back into the bed, honey. Never again. I did. I went live. If I went live, I don't know why I went live. Hey, if I did, I swear I'm gonna have to look on here on YouTube. They on getting lit. Oh, I did. See, that's how lit I was. They in the room, sis. Hopefully, Jace asleep, Jen back there watching TV. I don't know how long that's gonna work, but eventually I know she's gonna make herself around this way. See, boy, I'm gonna have to go check my phone. That's crazy. I don't even remember going live. Whoa. Hey, babe. This Jace account. I've been saying, well, why is your name that way? Okay. Now I know. Okay, this Jace account. Okay. Well, hey, babe. I'm going to get started, though. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I ain't going to take too long. I do want to address the fall, basically. You know. I was just deep diving as always. You didn't go live on YouTube. It just sounds like you had fun elsewhere. Oh, I was out somewhere. Damn, it was on Facebook. I was out somewhere. I was at my sister's house celebrating their engagement. So, good thing I didn't go live on YouTube, because girl, I don't even remember still. But hey, it is what it is. I haven't even really been on YouTube. I mean, Facebook to even check my page to see what I posted. I just posted. But I definitely want to chime in on this. Okay, on this fall. The season fall, the word fall. I'm not gonna break down the word fall, but I definitely want to dive into that. I know I had put a post up a couple of days ago about the fall being a new year. I was deep diving that night, and of course, that just I was watching something, and sometimes just me just watching something, I simply can just get something just by watching, whether the show, documentary, or anything. And I was watching the show, and I actually have some information about the crop circles. But I'm gonna get into this fall first because I don't think I wrote. Did I write everything down about that crop circle? Make sure. Cause baby, I was writing about it and Jen been in my book, and I really have to look for that. So that might be something I just chime in on. Yeah, I'm just have to chime in on it Friday. I got to find it. But anyway, I was deep diving. I was watching something, and that caused a little spark. I see. Yeah, it caused a spark. And when I gained it, I was like, whoa, like I never even would have thought of it that way. But it does make so much sense. Even when, I've talked about breaking, I've talked about the the seasons and how each season, we go through certain levels, okay, to evolve each year, right? Some people evolve, some people, you know, they might stay in it, okay, stay in at a certain level of their mind. Peace, peace, sis, what's good? They might stay at a certain level of that mind. It might take them a couple more goals, before they evolve for the situation, depending whatever the situation might be, you know. But sometimes it takes others longer than some. But it made so much sense when I gained it. So I was just like, I talk about fall and how the fall represents you going into isolation, and it gives you your time to basically ponder, what else they call it, like setting a tone to your blueprint. But it's another word that I want to use. I probably got it wrote somewhere, but it just gives you that time to kind of iterate everything, that you just actually went through in these couple months before fall happens, right? Everything is leading up to that fall. All right, so when I gained it, I started researching, and when I was researching, I really didn't even have to research that much because I was looking at all of the cause and effects dealing with the fall, even in biblical terms, science, and all of that, right? So I gained that fall is the new beginning. I know we've all came across, spring being a new beginning because it represents birth, because everything dies in the fall and everything comes back to life, right? Or be resurrected in spring. Okay? But I'm going to get to spring too. Yeah, it's time to go into your cocoon. And we know that every time that we go into isolation, okay, we are articulating things in our mind, in our surroundings, our space, people we deal with, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of start to separate or detach ourselves from these certain scenarios or aspects that we've experienced, okay? And by the time that January come around, we're feeling that new you, new me, new year type of shit, right? But I wanted to address that dealing with spring first. I know it is symbolic to birth, but in each birth, peace, peace, bro, what's good? In each birth, okay, there is a conception, okay, even in plant life, okay, animals, okay, even in this energy, okay, the wind, the elements, all of that has a conception, okay, or, well, I'm just gonna leave it at conception, all right. So everything has a conception. When mothers find out, they're impregnated, right, that is the beginning of a new life, okay. Yes, we are birthing in our fruitations and all of that into spring. But that new life, the conception, The reset of the fall, okay, the refreshing of your mind, the restart, the rebirth actually takes place in the fall, okay? Even in the Bible, they talk about how man, or Satan fell, okay? And he fell into the pool pits of hell, okay? Or this underground world, right? Well, that represents you, okay? Falling into, all right? Your, falling into life, okay? All right? That is symbolic to, as they would say, falling into sin. All right, which we know that sin deals with the skin. Okay, this body, the skin is our sin. Okay, and that's not nothing bad or evil. Okay, it's just representing the physical life form. All right. Remember, I said you have to envision. Okay, the term fall in. Okay, fall in. All right, sis. Okay. Remember, I've always said, everything, the blueprint, all of this takes place in your mind. Okay. Everything that you are thinking about, your thoughts, what you want to bring in your reality takes place here. This is where conception takes place. All right. And then you're going to birth it. All right. So this is where I'm getting the information for the fall. The fall is the new beginning because that is when conception takes place. All right? You can't just birth anything without conceiving it first. All right? So that's the new beginning. That's the beginning of life. All right? And it was definitely the beginning of our existence. Okay? All right? So each and every fall, like I said, is a reset, it's a restart, it's a renew, a rebirth. Okay, it's conception and isolation. All right, anytime you go into isolation, you go into your cocoon, you go within yourself. All right, you're tapping into an energy to bring forth that force of light or life. Okay, or that force of energy. All right. Also, another thing that came to me too, especially today, every time we've said this too, okay, we've said it. We fall asleep and we wake up to a new day. That is a hot ass clue. Okay, we fall to sleep. That means we go within ourselves. Okay, that is in the womb. Okay, also, all right. That is in the spiritual realm. Okay. All right. So we go within and we going into these pondering thoughts of our membranes, which brings forth dreams. Okay. The memories that bring forth dreams. Okay. You're tapping into energy within yourself. Okay. And sometimes you see it in your dreams. And sometimes seeing it in your dreams, it might not play out the way in your dreams, but it's a message of something that's about to take place here in the physical. Okay. That's the conception you're seeing. Okay? Alright? So every time we fall asleep, okay, basically we die and we rise again. Alright? That's a new day. Alright? The sun or the light cannot rise unless darkness appears. Alright? Because darkness is going to bring forth a new you, a new beginning. Okay? That's why we stress so much about going into meditation or tapping within yourself or going within, okay, dealing with the root, the shadow work, healing, okay? Because when you're dealing with the shadow work, you're going to bring forth or birth forth, okay, what you have already faced within and dealt with within yourself, okay? So you created a new conception of change that you want to break through from, or break from. All right, all right. So I was looking at it and I was like, well, damn, we say this shit all the time, because we must fall, even when everything is going great in your life. Okay, you're going to fall. All right, and when you're in that fallen place, all right, you start what? You start, your thought process starts to pick up. All right, you start thinking about things that you want to reiterate, things you want to bring, okay, things you want to change, okay, okay. So fall definitely represents, it also represents death, and we've been taught that too. All right, yeah, but we know that death is a rebirth. Okay, we know that death literally does not exist. Okay, it's only a transition to transform energy. Okay, all right. So it's a transition to transform in the rebirth of cells. Okay, or self, which is basically a refresh of your mind. Okay, or a reset of your mind. Okay, or a rebuild of the mind. Okay, like a roller coaster. I said too, life is like, it's up. Life has its ups and downs. All right, it has its ups and downs. Okay, we fall down, but we will rise again. We get back up. Okay, because while you down at the in your during your fall, that's when you start changing shit. All right, you don't do that in spring. By spring, you already expected and knowing what's about to take place. Now this about to get deep. Okay, because we have to die. That's the only way we're gonna multiply and all of that. Okay, that's literally and spiritually. Okay. Um. Like I said, by spring, your fruitation of your rebirth is basically about to roll in. Okay, because spring is, the whole concept is of spring is springing forward. All right, springing forward. It doesn't really mean birth. Okay, it's springing forth. Okay, what you about to bring forth. Okay, in the spring, you pretty much know what you about to do, what you want to do. Okay, so you're going to continue to spring forward that energy. Okay, all right, which also in spring, they have Easter. Okay, peace. What's good, fam? What's good with your good vibes? In spring, we have Easter, that represents that resurrection of yourself. Okay. All right. So I see where people get it. I do. But the whole concept of spring is basically what you're about to spring forward. Okay. You're actually going to give birth. Okay. In fall. Okay. And the symbolism to the shit, how it lines up in our holidays and shit, it tells you just right there. It's right in your face. Okay, it's right in my face too, y'all. Okay, but you're actually going to give birth in the fall, because we know with that fall, okay, even with giving birth, okay, all right, the baby is coming. All right, before fall takes place, let's back it up to September. There's a holiday that comes into play. Okay? Greetings! Peace, peace, sis. What's up? Zally Kai? What's good with you? We know, it's in September, there's a holiday. Okay? I know a lot of people don't celebrate holidays because they on this whole pagan literal stance, but I promise you, if you really look up the origin to it, all right, you'll understand these holidays and why they're in alignment. And I'm also gonna break down astrology, y'all. Not on the level of using astrology, but the concept of why astrology exists. Okay, all right, because I'm working on that shit right there, right now. But back to September. There's a holiday in September that takes place before the fall. Okay, it is Labor Day. All right, all right. It is Labor Day. In April, there's Easter. Okay, what does Easter or Ishtar means? What do all kids do during Easter? They're collecting their eggs. This is nothing about birth. It's collecting your eggs, okay, putting them all in one basket, okay? Because by Labor Day, which is fall is coming in, all of that is going to start to roll in, okay? All right? A lot of stuff be taking place in fall when it has to do with self-isolation or you going to yourself, okay? That means you got to go back in the beginning, okay? All right? So there is like I said, there's Labor Day, and it's actually right before fall, okay? That means that birthing is right in play, okay? All right? This is the reason why they use the term. Now, historically, if you want to look up Labor Day, I did because I wanted to show y'all, talk to y'all about it. I don't want to leave no loose ends, okay? But historically, it has a literal stance, all right? And I'm going to read the words to y'all. And y'all tell me what y'all think, okay? Because I never looked up Labor Day. But it just makes much sense, okay? So historically, it's a holiday to honor the nation's worker and their contributions to the well-being of the country. Now, I'm going to break this down for y'all, okay? Nations, for one, okay, means to birth. Okay? Alright? Now, on the literal stance, that is everything that we have put energy into this physical. Okay? Alright? To have an experience. Whether it's new technology, whether it's new buildings, the whole workforce task, right? Alright? So, it's basically a holiday where you're going to honor the nations, which is to birth, okay? Because birth is about to take place in fall, all right? Which is, the workers and the experiences here, the contributions of the well-being of the country, which is the experiences, okay? Or life itself, all right? So when I read it, I'm like, it's really just in fair form or rare form, okay? And I would have never thought it was just that surface, but it's just a celebration of the birth that's about to take place in the fall, okay? All your work and all your contributions, okay? The energy you have put into this thing, okay? All right? It's an honor to be able to do that, all right, for yourself and for every piece of being, all beings here, okay? But spiritually, okay? Peace, sis. What's good, Davita? But spiritually, okay? This is your frutations, okay? Those eggs you collected in April, which we've been learned and taught that it means birth, but we collecting eggs and we putting it all in one basket. Okay, what we gonna carry and we gonna drop. Okay, all right. So I wanted to also look up flowers blooming. Okay, because like I say, that's the resurrection of life about to take place. Okay. So I looked up the symbolism for flowers blooming, and of course, they have words like youth, beauty, and pleasure. But they also have something that's very interesting to me. Okay, they also have when they die, they represent fertility, fertility, not fertility, fragility, and the swift passage from life into death. Okay, just even that last part, the swift passage from life, because life is already existing in the womb. Life already exists in the darkness. Okay? And it has to be passed into death, which we know death is birth. Okay? A new life, a new beginning. Death is not the end. Okay? It's the new beginning. Okay? So I'm like, okay, so it makes sense even more. Okay? I'm not trying to take away from spring, but y'all, when I learn something new, gain something new, it just makes more sense, because I really didn't understand. Like, why is, of course, we know everything died and they come back alive. We think when everything come back alive, that is a birth. But birthing already takes place, okay? That's why when we go to funerals and someone transition, there is someone there that is pregnant, okay? All right? There's always going to be life right there in the formation when death exists. All right? All right? It's out with the old, in with the new. All right? Okay? I talked about the Bible in the fall and how it represents the life into the sin and the skin, okay? The fall, which into this reality, okay? The fall into your thoughts, okay? What the roots of your thoughts or the creations of your thoughts. True that, sis. At my mom's funeral some years ago, my best friend was pregnant with my godson. It's always in alignment. You can never, I swear, I ain't never went to a funeral where no one has been pregnant. Now, there might be someone who didn't even know they was pregnant, but they found out what? Right after. It is always in alignment. And that be amazing to me because, it goes to that, transitioning and dying and bringing forth new life. That's why I can understand why this fall is the new beginning. We have to go in every fall. All right. Um. Now this life that's I said the darkness is where true life is. This life that's in the light, because I know we tend to think that life creation it comes into the light. It does. All right. One of my ex's dad died and her sister-in-law was pregnant. Every time, I'm telling you, it's like a magnetic energy. Okay? It's like a magnetic energy. There is never not going to be, you ain't never going to go to nobody's funeral and they ain't going to have somebody's there pregnant. And if they don't know then, they will find out right immediately after the funeral. And they be like, I was pregnant around that time. Yep. Somebody was. It's like the attraction of the energy. All right. That's why death is a rebirth, or death is life. I know y'all I've heard of the term even on Biggie's album. I think it's Life After Death. That's the beginning. But this life that's in this light form, it's just an imitation of what's within us. That's all it is. This is the big screen. This life, this experience is a big screen, if you want to say that. All right? But behind that screen projector is where the life truly exists. And we just playing it out on the screen. All right? In this light formation. All right? Sometimes you might even see your shadow self. And like me and sister talking about, seeing just shadows. Yeah. That be the truest form. That's the authentic self. It only takes transformation when it's into light. But it all starts within. Even conception. Okay? So life didn't start in light. Life starts in the darkness. Life starts from within. Alright? And we are projecting it here in this reality. Alright? I don't know how many people are going to understand this. Because, of course, it'll take some time, for people to understand certain things, But research everything. That's one thing we didn't do. When we fell into this self-journey, okay, the spirituality, the match gotta die before the light can shine. That's a fact. That's a fact. I know a lot of us, we came into the self journey, the spirit, the spirituality of ourselves, finding, our stories and stuff like that. And we just went to whoever has the knowledge that we felt like made sense. It was relatable. It was understandable. And those are levels. All right. Those are the levels that we needed to take, basically, to just dive deep within ourselves. Connect the dots. All right, you have to connect the dots because nothing is here. All right, nothing is here to destroy you, to scare you. All right, all of this madness and this shit happens is because it's the projections of energy that's being pushed forth. All right. And then yourself is going to be attracted to whatever your mindset is on. So a lot of us, we went down that route of understanding that spring is new life. But spring is only the resurrection of what is about to take place in the fall. What you about to give birth to. All right? Peace. What's good, Sturdy King? It's what you about to give, you birth life into, what you about to birth into. The fall. I saw a creepy face in the back of you. I had to make sure it wasn't Jen, okay? But if you did, hey, it's just somebody, It's just somebody, and that shit ain't gonna scare me. Because 9 out of 10 is just a reflection of self. All right. But yeah, a lot of us, we feel for a lot of information because it just sound right. It felt right, you know. But I've always said, you know, look for shit, find the answers for yourself. Dive deep in it. You can get the message for somebody, and it can be a key for you to dive in and even research more farther. Okay, but you can't take shit for face value no more. Shit, don't even take what I'm saying. I mean, dive in for yourself. Cause I'm definitely gonna go in and get information. It's not really gonna be from the book form at all. But shit just makes so much sense when you dive in and you start, just connecting with yourself, and you start to be able to see shit on a bigger screen than what we give ourselves. But yeah, that fall has always represented life. Peace, peace, bro. What's good? The fall has always represented life. All right. When we get ready, us mothers, when we get ready to have babies, what we do? We have our nesting period, and that's isolation. That means you're getting everything right. Okay. So you can be in isolation, comfortable. All right, the baby stuff is everything is where it needs to be, and we do the same concept when we getting ready to when we go into fall. All right, we do all of that, and then your skin might even change color too in fall and winter. Okay, and then you come back out into this by summertime, you got some color. All right, that just represents the light. That represents you shining your light. But yeah, I just wanted to really dive in with y'all about that because when I had, was diving into meditation, I was like, yo, I mean, I wasn't even really in meditation. Like I said earlier, I was just watching something, and the sparks just flew. All right. Okay, Marcus. That's cool. All right. And it just, I was like, damn, I actually was like a blind moment, y'all. I actually was like feeling like I was having a blind moment. I was like, are you really kidding me? And when I felt like this shit wasn't going nowhere, it was just kept pinging, pinging, pinging. I was like, let me dig deep. Let me see. And then everything started coming to me. Everything started coming to me. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, what y'all think about it though? Before I get up out of here, because whew, I know a lot of people are been already like, I don't know where you get your information from. Hey, I go within. The best book is within yourself. All right, trusting yourself to guide you. Okay, through the turbulence of these illusions and getting behind the scenes and seeing everything for what it really is. All right. I don't follow no books. Never have. I read some books now. And 9 out of 10, if I'm reading them, I'm decoding them and I'm breaking them down. And decoding is starting to be a big factor nowadays. I've been telling y'all this too. I've been saying this shit for about a couple years. Get into decoding. Decoding these words. Okay? Get into the origin of yourself. It's going to actually give you the information that you've really been looking for. So I know a lot of people, a couple of people under my post, they didn't agree, of course, because we've all have gained that certain level of knowledge of it being spring. But spring is what you about to spring forth. You collecting eggs, baby. You ain't giving no birth. All right? All right? And yes, the flowers do bloom. But that's the fruitation of your energy that's about to come when the shit falls. All right? Remember, the devil was in what? The Garden of Eden. Up in heaven, right? Yep, the information keeps evolving. Keeps evolving. Remember the devil, he was up in what? In the Garden of Eden, or the kingdom of heaven. This represents that right there. The mind over this matter, or the physical matter. They been added them a long time ago. I'd say about 2 years ago. Maybe two. Probably this year. No, this year, actually. Actually, this year, I think. I want to say this year. But yeah. So I mean, hell, we still can celebrate in April. We can celebrate the eggs we collecting. Okay. We can celebrate all of that. Yeah, you late. But it's all right to celebrate what you about to, your fruitations. Okay? That's why we have what? Gender reveals. All right, we have baby showers. Okay? Because you're starting to collect the stuff that you need for your baby. So by the time it gets here, you'll be set with everything to be in isolation. All right? Or what they say, like your 6 weeks. All right? So you can prep yourself to get ready to go back into the world. But yeah, if any one of y'all have any questions, other than, let me get out of here because I really ain't got nothing else. But I just really wanted to dive into that fall because I know, a couple of people wanted me to talk about it on the post. And a few people, I expect them to say what they said because, of course, that's fuck what we all gain, But once you start digging into the knowledge and you start digging within yourself and you research here and there or whatever to get the origins of shit, you'll be able to see the truth that was always in our face. Like Labor Day, celebrating when honoring, okay, the nation's workers, which is to birth, and the contributions of this country, which is the experiences, the lifestyle, the blueprint. Alright. But yeah, I am definitely about to get out of here, y'all. I just want to dive in with y'all. I will be back Friday. And I want to talk about these crop circles. I thought I wrote it down because I know I ain't going to be pulling it up on my phone. But I'm going to want to talk about these crop circles and I'm going to talk about astrology. So stay tuned for that Friday. I ain't got nothing to do, so I'll be here to chill. And I'll be able to go live with y'all and we'll chop it up. But until then, y'all, I will see y'all. And I will talk to y'all on the next one. And as always, love, peace, and oneness. And if one thing, y'all, just share the live if y'all don't mind. A thumbs it up, It just helps with the algorithm of my channel. And it also helps, okay? Spread my videos out there. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. And I'll talk to y'all soon. And as always, love, peace, and oneness. And stay true to yourself, y'all. Stay true to yourself. Peace.